Hey, Josh Holyfield here. So you want to increase your bench press? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide you with tools to do that. Now, obviously, for most people, when you're talking about increasing your bench press numbers, the very first thing you think about is lifting big. But before you do that, you need to build a solid foundation. And that solid foundation is always learning the proper technique first. So my goal with this video is to give you 5 steps to proper bench press technique. And then at the end, I'm going to give you a few tips to help you increase your numbers and hopefully increase the weight that you can lift. So the very first thing that you want to do when you're talking about bench press, right? And we're lucky to have this type of bench, which is actually really nice, Thompson Fat Pad, is it has these safeties on the side. For those of you who don't have the safeties on the side, the one thing that you want to make sure is that if you're bench pressing alone, not to clip your weights, okay? Now, the reason it's important not to clip your weights, especially if you're increasing in your numbers and you're pushing for a personal best, is if you're by yourself and you don't have those type of safeties, there's no way for you to dump the bar, right? So always when you're by yourself, make sure you're not clipping the weight, okay? If you're doing it competitively or you have a spotter, obviously it's good to use your clips, but in the case where you're by yourself, make sure you're leaving the clips off. So, before you even talk about lifting the bar off the rack, there's a couple things that you need to worry about, right? First thing is you need to worry about is your positioning, where your back is on the pad, okay? So when you lay down, first thing is you need to make sure that you're adjusting the height of the bar so that you're able to get enough space to lift it off, okay? If the bar is too high, you won't have enough lifting power to bring it off of the bar. And if the bar is too low, you're reducing the amount of power that you have for the actual lift that you're doing, okay? When you're working out with a partner, it's always best to save for safety, to get a lift off, especially with the heavy lifts. But if you're not, you're by yourself, okay? Make sure that this is adjusted to the proper height, okay? The second part is when you lay down, your eyes should be straight with where the bar is sitting, okay? A lot of these bars, a lot of these bench presses, they have this where you can adjust where the bar is. Typically, my rule of thumb is to always bring it to the front, adjust my position where I'm looking, okay? And then from there, you're gonna set your grip. So what you wanna do when you set your grip is before you even put your hands on the bar, you need to gauge exactly where your elbows are, 90 degrees this way. Okay, so this is going to be different for everybody. The idea is you want the bottom of your arm here parallel to the ground, and you want your elbows here perpendicular to the ground, 90-degree angle. Okay, so that way when you're completing your press, your elbows and your forearm is always parallel to the ground. This is going to give you the most power when you're pushing through your bench press. So once you figure out where that positioning is, you're going to want to measure that and basically place your fingers on the bar based on that position. So once you've got that positioning correct, okay, before you worry about lifting the bar off the rack, the next thing you need to think about doing is your shoulder position, okay? Now, what I want you to do is think about if you were to put a pencil in the middle of your back, okay? Your goal is to have a solid foundation that you're doing this bench press from. So that means when you're lifting the bar and you're executing this bench press, you want to tighten your scapula, okay? Squeeze your shoulders and the back together. Flex your lats, okay? And you need to give your body a solid, hard rock foundation to lift off of, okay? Tighten your core, squeeze your scapula, engage your lats, okay? And that's how it should feel when you're executing this bench press, okay? So typically what you'll see a lot of times is when guys do their bench, they'll put their hands on the bar and they'll lift their shoulders off the pad. What they're doing is they're engaging their back and they're getting that solid foundation to press off of, okay? You should feel all of your weight pressing down on your shoulders, okay? Now, once you've done that, that's when you need to establish your foot position. Now, I'm going to move out of this, okay? But obviously, when you're executing this bench press, you want to make sure that you keep that shoulder placement in place before you set your feet, okay? So what you want to do is use your heels, okay? So once you set your feet, your back, you're gonna place your heels on the ground, okay? And the idea is you're pushing up, using your hips, arching your lower back, and as you're executing this press, you're gonna be driving forward like this. Okay? That's how the bench press should feel. The idea is with your feet, you're gonna use your heels to drive your entire body upwards on the bench. Okay, once you've got your positioning in place, you need to remember that when you do this lift off, the last thing you want to do is lift up and then set. Because what you did is you completely ruined the entire shoulder positioning that you set up before your lift. And that's again why it's important to lift with a partner, because when you do that, when they help you with that lift off, effectively what they're helping you do is pull the bar into place without losing your shoulder positioning. Now, for maximum power, what you want to do is you want to tuck your elbows, okay? Now, before we go down, I want to tell you, it's always best to use a closed grip, just like you see with my hands right here, okay? The bar should be resting on my hands with pressure pushing perpendicular downwards on the balls of my hands, okay? You don't want to roll your wrist back. You don't want to roll too far forward because you can cause an injury, okay? Just to set this back down real quick, a lot of times you'll see people using a suicide grip, and that's basically thumbless grip like this, okay? The first thing that I want to say is with the suicide grip, a lot of the reason why people use that is because it's easier on your shoulders when you're executing a bench press, okay? It gives your joints more range of motion because you can turn your hands a little bit when you're doing it, okay? When you're doing heavy lifts, especially when you're by yourself, you always want to be as safe as possible, okay? So use that thumb to secure the bar in place, okay? When you're doing lighter work, right, you can move your thumbs off, but when you're doing your heavy lifts, make sure you're securing the bar, all right? Now, going back to where we were, again, we're engaging our lats, engaging our scapula and closing that up. We're lifting the bar into place with our proper foot positioning. And when we bring this down to our chest, it's going to be a slow, controlled movement. Okay? And where you want this thing to fall, the bar to fall, is just below your nipple, right over your sternum. Okay? Now notice the positioning of my elbows. They're not flared. Okay? The second you start flaring your elbows is when you're going to start hurting your shoulders. Bring your elbows in tight. Okay? You should be one unit, all tight together. And when you push, again, drive with your heels and your hips and push up. And you should be bringing this back above you, so it's almost where you're bringing the bar not straight up, but it's going to come back this way, okay, over the top of your chin. Okay, so going back one more time. Secure your shoulders. Set your foot positioning. Lift. Slow and controlled movement. Proper elbow positioning, no flare. Tight. And explode upward. Down. Explode upward. Okay? So once you have that solid foundation of form built, then you can talk about some other things that are going to help you improve your numbers. But the key thing about increasing your numbers, increasing the weight that you can perform on the bench press, is again, like I said, making sure that you're building this on a solid foundation. Once you've mastered that foundation and you've gotten your form down, then you can start talking about increasing your weight. Now, in my free 4-week training, I include all the bench press work that you need to do to increase your size and strength in the bench press. But in addition to that, one of the biggest and overseen aspects of increasing your bench press is performing the auxiliary exercises to support you in doing that, right? All right, so just as a quick recap, 5 steps, perfect form on your bench press. The first step is make sure that your position on the bench, your eyes are straight with the bar, okay? Second step is making sure that your grip is in place, okay? So that means that your elbows are perpendicular with the ground. top of your arm is parallel to the ground before you place your hands on the bar. Okay. Step 3 is before you lift the bar off, you're engaging your lats, you're tightening your scapula, you're putting the arch in your back, making sure you're putting your weight on your shoulders, giving your body a good foundation to press off of, and then you're securing your feet on the ground. Step 4 is when you lift off, when you execute that rep, you're tightening your elbows close to your body, making sure that your arms this way are at about a 70-degree angle downwards. You're not flaring your elbows, and you're bringing it down in a slow, controlled motion. And step 5 is during the repetition, you're breathing in as you go down, exhaling as you go back up.